He'll still.
Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.
I'd like to call the Heritage Commission meeting to order for January 21st, 2026. My name is Françoise Elise or Fran, and I'm the chairman of the Heritage Commission.
Julie Gilman, the Select Board Rep.
Phil Campbell, just a regular member.
And Jedham.
Thank you. So the first item is accepting the minutes from the November 19th meeting. Does anybody have some amendments or want to make a motion to accept the minutes?
Move to accept the minutes?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. The minutes are accepted. The item 4 of business, what we had done is review the memorandum of agreement between various agencies and the town regarding the removal and restoration of the Great Dam. And we did find that one item, we did not know what happened to one of the items were they're supposed to have item 6, the town will create an interior historical exhibit. And we did know that there was the etched glass.
It's that window.
The window. But we didn't know what happened to the other historical exhibits. And Pam took the initiative and went over and met with the director of the library.
Okay, that's Julia, and she actually had them sitting in her office, and she would very much like to get them up on the wall. And, you know, they do fit on the wall around where the glass panel is. I thought they were too big.
Yeah, I thought they were too. I thought they were huge. That's why they were in the stairway.
Well, she has measured them, and we brought them over, and they're not all going to go on one wall.
Right.
I mean, on the one panel next to it. But they do fit, right? So that whole corner could be the Exeter Mill corner. And she wanted to actually get started because they are sitting in the corner. And I said, we probably need all of you to see it or say yes, but if you would like to go over, and yes, I had to actually see it too. But yeah, it would look nice.
Wonderful.
Okay, I'll do that, make a visit.
So she wants us to look at it, or you'd like us to look at?
Well, if you have any questions, I felt like you, it will never fit.
Yeah.
But if you measure it and you go hold it up, it actually does fit.
Yeah, those ceilings are high, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So.
But they wouldn't have to go up to the ceiling. They would have to be on
One wall.
more than one wall, more than one
I forgot we have
section.
that many images.
But they will all be together next to the window.
Good.
So
then our next move is to, I don't know what the process is, but I'll find out. But when you look out that etched panel and look at where the dam was, it's obscured now by some trees that have grown up along the riverbank. So our next thing would be to request whatever department remove them.
So do we want to make a motion to do that?
Not yet, not until I find out
Okay.
what the process is.
Okay.
So, do you want me to talk to Julia? So go ahead and
Yes.
put them on?
I
Okay.
would say go ahead.
Okay. All right. We'll do that. Shall we
Okay,
have
thank
it?
you.
All right.
So Pam will do that. Great. Okay, so the next item of business is the naming of the street where the access street for the development of
Yeah, to
One-
Nancy Merrill's house, yeah.
Nancy Merrill's house. So we had sent a letter to Doug Eastman asking the committee, the letter's not in the packet, maybe it is, or not. in the back? Is
I think it is.
Okay,
I-
and we had asked, well, I have one, yes, asking the committee to reconsider naming the access road from Carnegie Way to Nancy Merrill Way or other designation. And I did have a conversation with Mr. Eastman about this, and he says that the name has gone through all the channels up to the state and down, and he did not want to reconsider this name. So I'm just reporting back to the committee this information and to see what anybody has to say about that.
Well, it should have come to us first, but if it didn't, there's not much. And here's your letter, by the way.
Yes, I found it.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Well,
Yeah, that committee doesn't really have a process. I had, when they first started out, because of a situation sort of like this, I had asked for the group, the E911 committee to consult with the Historical Society about the history of the area, so they'd name it after something. Because I know at one point there was, I don't know what it ended up being called, but they were going to call it Forge Street because it was over near
yep.
that side of town with the west side where just beyond the tracks. And the forges weren't close to there. So they came up with another name, but they had talked to Barbara Rimkunis at the Historical Society. But I don't know what drove them to do that, or maybe I suggested it, I don't remember, but they did, and they changed the name to something else, but it was before the process was finished. So that might make a difference, but we can, I'll always ask.
Do we want to send a letter to Mr. Eastman asking that the E911 committee consult with the Heritage Commission regarding anything coming up in the future that might be related to the history or heritage of the town?
Yeah, we'd have to
So-
define that somehow, but
Yeah. Because it was in the process, he didn't want to bother with any.
Basically, yeah. Or a process had already, to their minds, finished.
Yeah.
right.
And he didn't want to just go back and open it up.
Before he got our letter, they.
Oh, yes, it was done, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
and I wasn't aware of it until Julie brought it up.
Yeah.
Because it had gone to the select board. But,
Well, here he comes right now.
No.
It's watching it on TV.
Oh, boy,
Right here,
you heard
come
your
on.
name and taken in vain.
I just,
Yeah.
just to help you guys out.
Before
Well,
we
you know,
start
not a
swearing.
big deal, but could you let us know earlier in the process? Okay,
Absolutely.
that's all.
Yeah, yeah. No, and trust me, if anybody wants to be on that
Oh,
committee,
God forbid.
come
I
on.
hadn't thought of that.
oh, I'm sure it must be interesting. I like that
It
kind of
is
stuff. but-
interesting.
What's that?
I like that kind of thing, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is kind of a good thing. But it gets really difficult sometimes. It's just not maybe, changing the name of a street or adding a street. It's all about public safety.
Right,
Well, as you guys know.
Right.
and we respect that, and we
Yeah.
respect
No.
your job.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Yes.
And thank you for calling me, and having our discussion. It's all great.
Yes, I'm glad.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So it's all good, all
Yes.
done, just kind of
Well, you know,
kiss us on the top of the
But
list.
to be honest with you, we checked with some of their heirs,
Yes.
and they were like, oh my God, that would be so wonderful. And
The Carnegie would.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Andrew Carnegie, not the one. from
Yes, other
down
Andrew,
south,
our Andrew.
The one that lived here
Yes.
actually was a very supportive monetarily, I think, in the building of the new library
Absolutely.
over here. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
They probably should have named it after him.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
wonderful. I'd
well,
like to
it's
learn
in
more.
it's in her book. And I don't know, if you were interested in it?
Oh,
Yeah, you were like, if you want to build a library, then why don't you only have some money here?
that's the one. I mean, this guy I'd never heard of, never
Yeah.
seen, comes in and says, "Hi, I'm Andrew Carnegie."
Wow.
I said, "Great. How about building a new library?"
And they did. Yeah. So, but yeah, in the future, if it's, that historical thing, we certainly can,
Yeah.
run that by you guys as well.
Have they considered the names that will go on the new development behind Thirsty Moose in there? Are they gonna be naming a couple of streets in there?
There is one Holmwood Street in there.
Only
It's off-
the one big
It's off of
long.
Haven Lane. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know where Haven Lane
Yeah.
is,
Yep.
but it'll go in at the end of Haven Lane and come back out on Haven Lane, and it's called, we actually have named that Driftwood.
Was
That came from the owner, Driftwood.
Driftwood. That's
Circle.
fine.
So that was, we have, the police, fire,
GPS.
yeah, GPS, thank you. GPS coordinator now is involved.
Sorry, Jeff, do you mind just using the mic?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come in, sorry, Bob. So, so we do try to vet things, as much as possible. That driftwood came from the developer, Green and Company, who came up with that, so. But getting back to the one on Front Street, if it was at a point now where we could probably do it, but I mean, we can do anything we want. But it's going to be
Yeah.
everybody's been notified.
Start at the beginning
All
again,
the state, the utilities, and all those people, so. But I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad I saw that. So we will bring that up at our next meeting and make sure that if there's a historical component like that we can run it by you guys.
Let me ask you this, if we come up with another one of those things, or a new development, or even, because you're still going through all the street names, right, to see if there's any duplicates or two things that are too close?
There is still a lot of duplicate names out there, believe it or not.
So,
Yeah, we are pecking away at them. It's not a fun thing to tell somebody that they've changed it.
Oh, yeah.
We're changing your address that you've
Yeah,
had for
that's
the last
tougher than naming it.
50 years, Yeah.
well, my thought is that maybe somebody from here doesn't have to go to every meeting, but if you send out a memo to Fran
Sure.
and say,
Absolutely.
we're looking here for a change of name, and whether or not it sparks something to you, and we can have some
Yeah,
input,
very-
instead of having to go to every meeting, because not everything is in
you
it.
don't need, like, for Driftwood Circle, you probably wouldn't have been interested in
I don't know,
I mean, I don't know.
Auto Parts Way,
Auto parts.
Thirsty Moose Lane.
Yeah. Has anybody been over there to see the entryway into?
not on the Haven Lane side, no.
You should.
Yeah.
Just take a look and maybe you could give us your opinion. Yeah, it's, anyways, just wanted to help you out
Yep.
and let you
Okay,
know
thank you.
where we stand on that, and in the future, we will, if it's warranted, then we will consult with you guys.
Okay. That would be wonderful.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
Absolutely, yeah.
So would you be able to stay here for the next item where
Sure,
I've
whatever
been
you
talking
need.
to John O'Neill, but he's very, very busy, and he's delegated, I don't remember Sam's last name, the previous developer, Sam.
Yeah,
Oh, Sam
Mark
Parker.
Harker.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's letting Sam take over recommendations for what kind of marking we could do on the property regarding a tribute to Nancy Merrill.
Sure.
And we were
So
going
would
to
it be
just.
Dave Merrill too, or is it
Oh,
just?
yes, no, that would be very
Okay,
good,
I
yeah.
just-
No, that's
Okay.
Or, yes.
Yep.
So we were going to have a discussion about what we might suggest.
Yeah.
And
I think it would probably be a good, did they show you anything? I know you guys talked about it at the beginning when you were reviewing the demolition, that there was some discussion about a placard out in the front, and I don't remember.
I think he talked about a granite piece that he
Okay.
wanted to have carved.
Can you research that
Okay,
back through the minutes and see, and if we can get him to, if you came up with, so you want to see something.
I'd like
just don't
to see
want-
something, but it can be as simple as the plaques that people put on their house after they do their
Oh,
research.
yeah,
Just,
yeah,
it can be
yeah.
something as simple as that.
Yeah.
John and Nancy Merrill.
Sure.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that, or we can consider, like the blue sign at the bridge. That was part of the Section 106 thing. That is, really should be the Heritage Commission shaped sign
Yeah.
kind of thing.
That
So-
little bubble on the top.
Yeah, it's sort of like the state one, but not quite.
Sure.
You know, we had to be different.
Yeah.
So you could talk about that. If you take a look at the Great Dam
Yeah.
sign that's right at Founder's Park.
okay.
Oh,
Is it, you said it's the blue one?
Yeah.
A blue, okay.
Right.
I think he's willing to do pretty much anything
Right.
that you guys.
Yeah.
So best thing probably I will contact John and say, come up with a plan or design of what you want it to say, and then definitely bring it to you guys and you can
Well,
discuss.
he is asking Sam to get our recommendation. So,
Oh, okay.
because they're very busy.
Yeah,
They have a
he
lot
is.
of development. So if we can
Yes, yeah.
suggest something,
Sure, all right. Yeah. I think I like Julie's idea,
Okay.
something like, what you were just talking
Okay.
about.
Yeah, it's inobtrusive. It's probably, might be less expensive than carved granite. But what I like about it is that we can tell a little bit of the story. And,
Okay.
Pam, you might want to start with some wording.
And I was just thinking of something like, home of of David and Nancy Merrill and the dates. I wasn't thinking of a giant sign. But
Well, I think, the importance of why we wanted to name it Nancy Merrill Way, kind of, we need to explain why, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Would
And
you
just,
consider the kind of material that they use for like these signs out here?
Like cast iron, are those
Cast
cast
iron.
iron or something, the signs like out here?
Where you
yeah,
could
that's what
write
this blue
something
one
on.
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I think, so you guys should probably just come up with some sort of an idea, and if you want me to contact Sam
Okay.
or John, I'll be glad to do that, and they can either come to your next meeting or something,
okay?
and you guys can hash that out.
Okay.
They're pretty easy to deal with, so
Yeah.
they will work with you guys.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
great idea.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I could go out and just take a picture of that sign and send it to you,
Okay.
and would you consider something like this? And
No,
ask them to consider
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll pass that on to
Okay.
them and see if they can, yeah. I just talked to Sam the other day.
Okay,
But I think it would be great to have him come in
okay,
and discuss it at
Yes.
your next meeting and have some photos or something.
okay, that sounds great. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
do that. And
Okay.
when I talk to Sam, he's speaking on behalf of the O'Neills.
Yes.
He just, I think, seemed like he just really wanted to keep going what he had reiterated to us, that he wanted to do something to commemorate the property. So I think that's what he's thinking.
Yep,
Okay,
definitely. Yeah,
right.
that's not going to be a problem.
okay.
Yeah.
So we'll invite him to the next meeting.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll let him know.
All right.
I just got off the phone with him yesterday, actually. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So, is there anything else you need?
I don't
from
think
me?
so.
Main Street?
What about 60?
Oh, Main Street.
Main Street.
We haven't gotten a demolition permit. I actually contacted the
Main? Okay.
developer. I don't know, should we be discussing that? or-
The building in the center of the park, we haven't,
we should just discuss what little is known. And-
Okay.
And they made a what's the word, not, they went to the planning board just for advisory.
cursory review.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's really all is in the public
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, because I did contact them because, I don't know what their timetable is to do this, but I said sooner than later, if you should really come in and fill out an application so that it can come to you guys and
Yeah.
and discuss it. But that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I haven't heard anything. But I also heard that they're not in any big rush to do this project, so, But-
They're fairly old buildings, aren't they?
yeah.
They're very old.
Huh?
They're very old buildings,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
especially
they-
the brick ones.
Yeah, it should come to, well, they're two brick, right?
Yeah.
2 brick
Yeah.
ones, right. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've kind of went to the wayside, I think. but-
It's because they were hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should do as much research as we can. I know that in the past, they're not even, they don't even show up on some maps, so.
Really,
Well, I gave you what I could find. It
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
a whole lot.
yeah. Okay. All right.
There must be
So
more.
I will work on Mr. McCarcar for you guys and see if we can get something.
Okay,
All right.
thanks. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You guys do, appreciate it.
So isn't it lucky you get to watch television?
Yeah, it's all watching television.
It's
For a little more.
listening to it in the background. Thanks, Doug.
Okay. Yeah, so we shouldn't necessarily be discussing that. That is on our agenda, but we
Well-
just, we'll wait till,
Well, all we know is that their intent,
right.
but we don't know that's the final idea. But we should be ready for if that.
Well, it was before Christmas, and I'm quite sure I gave it to you. But it wasn't actually historic, it's just pretty. I mean, I don't know how we're going to fight it on that basis.
I don't think I have that. I don't think I have that. Was it hard copies that you gave us?
I didn't find it this morning, maybe I filed it away somewhere, but we did talk about it.
Yeah.
And it was turn of, early 20th century. Basically those pretty little houses are storehouses or garages or whatever they put there. And again, if they built what I thought they said they were going to do, then they'd be building, the whole entire everything
Yeah.
with about an inch on each side, which would look terrible, but you can't say that.
No, you just did. But that's another story. No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, you find that stuff again, just send it out again.
Okay.
But we'll get more if something develops.
Yeah.
So the next item are updates from different committees. Is there anything on the planning, select board that we need to be aware of?
I don't believe so.
Is there anything in the budget that we need to address?
Our budget is limited to just the cost of having a recording secretary.
Okay.
We really had to tighten it down, and our grant money has already been promised to continue the HDC's project for the architectural details, the historical survey of High Street. Because we were offered, this is an interesting story, when you do a survey like that, the grant that we get from the Division of Historical Resources is free. You don't have to do a match or anything like that, and usually we provide a match in the way of presentations and materials and other things that are within our budgetary means. But we don't personally have to go out and survey anything, we just hire a contractor. And the Division of Historical Resources that manages this thing called me one day and said, because of our town planner being out at just the wrong time for making applications, it just went over my head that it was time to do it. And they called me and said, well, we got an extra $25,000 that no one's applied for. And it was past the deadline for submitting an application. So I said, okay, we'll take it, and filled out the application, and I'm waiting to hear if we will be awarded it. So, but it will be a helpful document for even us.
And
us
yes.
Are we
also.
trying to update on High Street, did you?
Well, it's not an update because we never did an actual professional survey. We just took our own
just-
photographs and
That
dated them.
It was, basically what you put out
Mm-hmm.
which was for the,
For the planning board, yeah.
that was good. But I see, we're trying to make that official, sort of.
Sort of. It's not an historical area survey, excuse me, that shows you, gives you all the information like we did for Pine Street, right? It's just going to be documentation of what makes that building
Relevant?
yeah, or what's important about it, what's the contributing features. Because some buildings have been, are new and don't have any, and so it will just say it's new and it's modern. But it will document what materials are there, so that for the HDC, if they want to consider, somebody wants to change the material, we have that to look back on and say, well, and other things like like on my house, I have those pendant, they look like acorns, and those are a contributing feature to the style of the house and the period. So it's things like that, if I came in and said, I want to take all that down, the HDC could consider its history through this project that we're doing. So
This is where we miss John Merkel.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
that's why we're doing it. So,
He could just look at a house.
So it'll just be, each building gets a page or two, depending on how much there's to say about it. There'll be a little bit of the history as far as if they can figure out when it was built, and if there was anybody of prominence that was associated with it. They'll be they probably already are camped out at the Historical Society, but they will be there soon, if not.
We have some. We don't have everything.
No, they know where to look in various places.
I knew the history of ours when we were there. I still know it, even though I'm not there.
Yeah, and I have pointed them to Peter Smith, who's a
He's got that whole area.
yeah, he's got a lot in his head, but he also has some
So
papers.
this would help bring that out. Good.
So is that, do we need to know anything more from the Historic District Commission?
I don't know anything. They didn't meet last month, and they're not meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Yeah. It's been a quiet, winter is a quiet time for the HDC, but
So John's not here, so we can't hear about the planning board. Is there anything from Pearpoint Park?
Really, we're kind of in the development stage from in looking at where our next steps are, because our funding was turned down at the budget committee, and so we're kind of looking to, well, do we go out and do some funding or raising of funds? But that's where we're back. Nothing
we
spectacular.
actually got a donation we accepted last night.
Oh, did you last night?
Yeah.
We have some, a little bit. All right.
Yeah, I guess monthly as things come in, they'll be coming to because the select board has to accept unanticipated income. So when somebody makes a donation, we have to officially
Does
accept
that
it.
become public?
Yeah,
Okay. How much was it?
400.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Brings us up to almost 2,000. I
Oh.
think 1,700. Good.
Well, it is a difficult year for the budget. It's very difficult for people at home, their own budgets, as well as the town budgets. It's very difficult.
And there are a few things that are driving it that we just had no control over, as far as healthcare costs and still making our jobs a competitive wage. We have positions that have been open way too long, particularly in public works, And it's because folks can make a better wage in the private sector. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the snowplow drivers we contract with in the big storms used to be Exeter employees. I don't know that for sure. It's just a funny thought.
And that we've had to do because we've got some snow.
Right, and we can't. As the town, the staff that we have and the material and equipment, we can't cover the whole town for every huge storm like that. So we do hire contractors for a lot of, particularly the side streets and. But anyway, so part of the costs or the increases is to make those positions more attractive. This is the most expensive year of the 3-year contracts with our unions. So, we really
What about
cut it to the bones.
the fire and police station? Is that part of that in some way?
No, we think that they can, the planning for, no.
That we voted that on.
Well, the new station, yeah, that bond started. That's the other thing. We had to start making, the first
right.
year after you vote, you don't pay anything until,
That sounds good.
yeah, I know. But now, excuse me, the bonds have kicked in and we're starting to have to make the payments on that 17 million.
Uh-huh.
And, and that, we've already committed to it, so we have to go forward with it, so it's on the budget. And,
You didn't volunteer to pay the interest.
no.
All right.
The other thing on Pearpoint Park is, I know that there's a plan that's been chosen
Yeah.
for what's going to be happening in there. I thought it would be, I put it on the agenda for the next HDC meeting, whenever that may be, to talk about the front-facing edge of the park and what kind of fencing there may be.
Okay.
Because I have an idea that I really like, but I can't just say do that. I'd like to hear from the other folks about what they'd like to see, what you'd like to see. So, and I'm really just talking about, I'm presuming that some fencing is being designed for that or not.
Yeah, I can't remember offhand what they.
But even if not, I have an idea for
Good. All right. Like ideas.
for the entryway.
You can always shoot them down.
Exactly.
No,
No.
I like yours. Yeah, good.
Okay, so I have an update from the 250th Commission. And so the commission has been working really well, very smoothly, very practically, as we do know that there's budget issues and it's very difficult. So I think we've done an extraordinary job of putting on events throughout the year in a very practical, inclusive way by just reaching out to all the organizations in town and in the area and encouraging them to incorporate the 250 theme into their events. So, for example, the Rockingham Choral Society came to us at our last meeting and to talk about what their ideas are, and they're going to be having 2 concerts, and there's a nationwide, they're part of a nationwide effort to hold concerts with patriotic music, and some of the music is designed specifically for the 250th and reflect, as the gentleman, Jack Mall,
John Mall, yeah.
was explaining that the music words reflect the history of in the founding of the United States, which is it's great. This is exactly what we'd like to happen. So we have a very meager budget that we are fundraising for, and we did receive $5,000 from a budget last year. We do not have any budget requests to the town for this year, and we are
Selling the bid buttons,
selling
yep.
buttons.
Yes, we are.
And the Historical
Has
Society has them, They're $10 a piece. They're very, very nice, and they have the logo, which Joe Mangione,
I don't know.
Joe Mangione, he designed the original logo, and Caroline Neal from the Parks and Rec, we revised it a bit for printing purposes. And so we are selling these for $10 a piece. And we have a 2-week period in the summer where we have specific activities that are going to be publicized, and we have organizations holding events emphasizing the 250th anniversary all year long.
I believe those buttons are also down at Trends. Kathy at Trends?
Probably.
Water Street Bookstore, Trends, Historical Society,
Library.
Somebody else,
Library.
of course.
And you'll see, if you don't see around town, these cards that show you the activities that are happening. They don't have specific dates on them, but it's what's happening between June 27th and July 11th. And then there's also a brochure for sponsorships. And I don't have that with me, but we should, I don't know how those are being handed out. Are they in the same places? Or are we going door to door?
Door to door. We can get you some.
Well, they're on our website, right?
Yes, they're
Yeah.
all on the website. All the information regarding the 250th, if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, if you want to find out where the activities are, you go to the website, and there's a whole calendar of events, and it does go through the summer, where you can find all the activities. And if an organization does want to hold one of their events with a 250 theme and wants us to publicize it or join us, they can go to the website and put their information in, and we will receive that information.
And not to be too selfish, I have to say, there's also a website for the state of New Hampshire
Yes.
and for the federal government where we can put in, these are the activities that we're
Yes.
doing, please come join us. I've seen things from Tennessee and Arizona have already been posted on the federal site. I haven't looked at the New Hampshire site yet. But there are, enjoy the year.
Yes.
But enjoy these more.
Yes. So, before we get into a discussion about the proposed Exeter Heritage Awards Program, I did want to talk about item 10. When the New Hampshire Preservation Alliance was here and holding their
Conference.
conference for 2 days, they did give the Heritage Commission a print by of the artist Childs,
Bill Childs.
Bill Childs.
Yes.
And they gave us this print, and we haven't discussed it, but what I'd like to suggest is that we give the print on loan to Julie and to hang in her home for a period of time that they're there. And
Or we rearrange what's on our wall.
And with the understanding that the print does belong to the town, but that Julie has done so much work and related to that I think,
Sounds great.
okay, I'd like to propose that. I'd like to make the motion that we do that.
Second.
All in favor?
I have nothing against it,
Any-
except I wonder why it doesn't come in here.
We
ha-
could put it in.
Yeah, we have it in the buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we like plant, put it in a
We were-
box like that.
We were trying to find a good place where we could have a little plaque on it, because right now it's just a framed print, and I'd like to have some kind of little small thing that, describes why we have it.
Right. But, for example, taking Mr. Novak, put him here and put the plaque over there. He'd be a fine head of this building because that is named after him. I don't know, that's all.
Yeah, I was thinking of removing that one in the middle there.
Okay, that's another option.
That would be a good place.
But it would be nice to have recognized the
Yeah, Fran.
commission. I mean, the thing would say presented to
Yeah.
the gobbledygook people here from the preservation.
We could still have that plaque made, and then what we could do is have it on the picture, and maybe we could, okay, so this is just my thought, is that we could allow, have Julie have it on loan for the time period that she's still in our house.
Yeah, but that may be 100 years.
No.
Well,
you
is this
know-
something that could be copied? So we could make another, like, slightly smaller one, and then use it as the prize for these Heritage Awards every year.
I think we'd have.
We should ask, yeah, we should ask the Childs about that.
Yeah, that's an artist.
I guess,
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of precedent we're setting by having town things put in private houses.
Okay.
And I have nothing against Julie owning
No, I
anything.
totally understand.
It would be on loan.
Hmm?
It would be on loan.
Yeah, but
Yes.
we don't.
Who's going
we
to keep
haven't
track of that?
Yeah, keeping track is often in one consideration, but the other is just well, who else would you like to give somebody to for 50 years or 20 years or whatever?
No.
And so I think things given to the town should stay
Okay.
somewhere in the town, even if it's in their storage closet.
Ooh.
Some of them do.
Well, we do have something in the storage closet somewhere, still haven't found, but it's an award from the Secretary of Interior for having this commission, so I'll have to find it.
So, so we have a motion on the table.
I don't think we need a motion.
1 second. Should I withdraw my motion?
Did you make a motion?
Yeah.
Well, but we still want you to get it. Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I care, but it really did go to the town, so. So,
So,
yeah, withdraw your motion and.
yeah, I'll withdraw my motion, but we should have, should we make a motion that, to have a plaque, a small plaque, identify when we received it, and let this
That would-
commission received it.
that would be
and-
good.
Okay. So I'll make a motion that this child print that was given to the Heritage Commission from the
Preservation Alliance.
Preservation Alliance be accepted, and we'll have some kind of plaque to
And notated some way.
why it was given to us and the date, and have it hung in the
In the
town hall.
back room.
Okay. And so, just somebody have to take over the process of getting the plaque made?
I've already talked to,
Okay. So
started
Julie
the
will-
process.
okay, So Julie will
Okay.
initiate, okay. All right.
And there is a place in the town, they'll actually use it, put it up.
Oh, absolutely, I will.
Okay.
I will drive that force.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so that motion is on the table. Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, so the next item is a discussion regarding the startup of an proposed Exeter Heritage Award Program. And in your packet, there is a timeline in terms of things that need to be done regarding a Heritage Award Program. And there is a nomination form. And I'd just like to let you know that I've spoken with Exeter TV about how would we receive nominations, and they would put it, what's called a Google Docs form on our
Webpage?
webpage, and people could submit nominations through that. This plan identifies that in the first year, The Heritage Commission would be, the judge and jury of the awards. We would award, I have proposed here, up to 3 awards in the first year. In the first year, there would be no categories for awards. We would not monetize this program. Some people in other communities hold dinners and fundraisers regarding these awards, and it's very helpful for them. I think for us as a small town, we definitely would not do that in our first year. Our expense would be for an award in and of itself, which we would decide on. And I did hope to have a subcommittee work on this to approve the nomination form, but we didn't get a quorum for the subcommittee, so we couldn't work on it. But you all have the nomination form in your packets, and it has all the basic information we would require to receive nominations. There is a document here on like the purpose of the Heritage Awards, a mission statement, and basic guidelines that people reviewed prior to this meeting. And I would like to go forward with this, and this award in its first year would be given out during the 250th ceremonies this summer, where we would ask an organization if we wouldn't present the awards at our meeting. As an example, and I don't want to infringe on anybody, but there's going to be 2 special brass band concerts this summer. We could ask the brass band if prior to this concert, we could present an award. There's going to be a town picnic. We could ask if the Heritage Commission could present the awards before the picnic.
I think before, considering the age of the band and how much they've contributed to the town, that would be a really great place to be able to do it if we had this all set before July.
That'd be good also because it would establish a place. We may not, 2 years from now, we might not have a town picnic. We'd be
Right.
going around looking for something.
Right.
And if we do it and it becomes so known that we'll do it at the bandstand at their first concert or whatever,
Yeah.
then we've got a place to do it, which is nice. And I think your point's good, Julie, that they're certainly historic themselves.
Oh, they are.
And the bandstand and,
In
you
fact,
know.
they could be a nominee on this. But
I would agree 100%.
That's true.
I don't want to prejudice anything.
Well, see, I'm involved in that too. I used to play in the 70s, so,
Really?
yeah, when I was in high school.
That's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Back in 1920.
So I would like to recruit some alternate members on our committee to specifically help with this, and I haven't been able to do that as of yet. But I think what I'd like to do is have an approval for this nomination form at either this meeting or an upcoming meeting.
I looked at it, I think it's fine.
You want it simple, you want it one page.
Yep.
This says it all.
Okay.
And the materials we'd like, or what we'd like to see in order to consider. The only thing is it's going to be hard, the type of thing that we're looking for, people, projects, living, deceased, past,
Yes.
done. There are a lot of categories, but I don't see a way to break them down or give out more than 1 or 3 in a year.
Yeah.
So, just
Well, we said no
Whoever-
categories. in the
Right,
first year.
right.
Because
have to see.
For example,
Yeah, we'll have
somebody
to-
like John Murray, it'd be hard to pick a category.
Right.
Unless one of the bigger categories is people
Right.
and projects, I suppose.
So we'll see what we get for the first few
Yeah.
years, and maybe, it's going to get refined over time.
And I'm sure we'll get suggestions after it's done. And people say, oh, geez, that was a good idea. You should nominate, blah, 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 or this project or this. So,
So in this award process, does anybody oppose having my email attached to receiving information?
no,
If
you're
you
the
want it,
chair.
you realize you're going to be getting,
And I would just
Yes.
make sure underneath your name it says chair.
Yes,
That's all.
okay. Yeah, okay.
I think that's a good start. I think after this, we shouldn't rely on the chair's personal email
Yeah.
to be the contact. We just have to figure out with the staff how to manage how that information gets to us.
Okay.
Or the subcommittee that's working on it.
Well, we don't have a web page as such.
Oh, yes.
The Heritage Commission.
So the Heritage Commission has a webpage,
Oh.
and this information will be on the webpage.
They could still return it to the web page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll return it to the webpage, and then I'll get it.
Oh,
And then,
okay.
I can respond to them saying that we have received your nomination, and in terms of our timetables going forward, I would like one other committee member to work with me on this flow chart, like the next duties. For example, we'll need a small press release regarding what we're doing, which would be based all on our mission statement and what we're doing. So if I could have somebody work with me on starting to fulfill these steps. I mean, I can do it, but I would like input and,
well, you need somebody who is good at computers, which lets me out. You need someone who can manipulate a page like this.
well, I can, for example, on the nomination form, we have that here. On the PR, I can do a PR press release and have you review it. You don't have to,
Yeah, and that.
If I can help you, I'd be glad to.
okay, I'd love that.
Okay.
That would be great. Okay, so Bill's going to help me out.
That takes out 2 nominees.
Okay.
So, what was I going to say? Maybe the Historical Society can squeeze it into one of the history minutes, or, I don't know. That's just not something I would expect, but perhaps an offer.
I don't know if that's in line with what we're doing.
Exeter TV did
Yeah,
say
that's
that
true.
they would do something on this.
Yeah, that would be good.
Maybe.
In fact, in their bi-weekly
Yeah.
report,
Yeah.
that would be a good place for it.
So
I
we'll
think
start
people
redoing
do
that
pick
soon.
that up.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
Yeah,
I read it all the time.
yeah, so did I, but I think even the people that aren't kind of junkies like we are.
Yeah, junkies, yep. So,
government junkies.
have people reviewed the mission statement document? Is
I did.
this language good for you? Because I did take language from our Heritage Commission website, as well as from the state, New Hampshire Department of Historic Resources, just some.
Yeah, there's no O in there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is good.
So what I'll do is I'm going to put a press release together, and I'm going to work with Bill, and it'll be based on the mission statement. And I will contact Exeter TV. Is that okay? People make, okay? And then I'd like to bring this before the 250th Celebration Commission,
Yes.
and then to get it accepted as an activity on their 250 calendar, and then we can talk about approaching an organization like the brass band to see if we can have a place to hand out the
Yeah.
awards. And then the idea, I know, of what type of an award do we want to give out. I know that Pam had some thoughts, Bill had some thoughts, and we don't have to decide that today, but,
But we don't want to be deciding it
The day
July
before.
30th. so-
Absolutely.
So,
do we want to decide by, at next meeting? I know that Bill had thought of having one plaque put in the hallway downstairs, and each year we'd add to the plaque. Pam had thought of
a poster.
a poster the Historical Society has, and we could award a poster with a dedication on it.
The recipients should receive something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right. And I was thinking, in its first year, but the 250th Commission is contracting with an artist to do a poster, a commemorative poster. We could purchase one of the posters, limited edition, and have a plaque put on it, the purposes in which these people would receive.
Yep.
We could do that. We could do some other things.
I think that for this year, it's an appropriate option to use the poster of what we're celebrating because it's part of because whatever contribution these nominations have made are part of our growing history from even before the 250th. But this is the year that we're celebrating that particular event. I think it would be a good, for this beginning year, a good option. But then I think we have to think beyond this year too,
Yes.
eventually, like immediately after
Yes.
we do this one.
Okay.
For something that is going to be representational of the Heritage Commission going forward.
Okay. So even maybe a combination of Bill's idea to have one plaque that we can add to, and then to stay here, and then to give something.
Yeah.
Now, can we, would the town be happy to hang something outside the door? Or?
I know he does.
I will bring it up, yeah.
Okay.
Always good.
And realizing that, one or two are nice, but when we get to 25, what do you do?
Well, you
Get
make a
another
new
plaque.
Like they did with the select board.
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause when that filled up, they made a new one.
Do we need to have it an agenda item on the select board?
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay.
I'll go put it in the ear, and it will probably won't be till after the deliberative session, so wouldn't be on the agenda until sometime in March.
Okay.
If that works with our calendar here.
So a deadline would be, I think July would be when we are giving something out. Okay. All right.
So we really need to have this
Yeah.
by May, Dennis.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would agree.
yeah.
Yes, okay. So I'm going to work with Exeter TV about getting this nomination form.
Well, you're on the 250th,
Yes.
so you
I'll do the,
you could get this artist
yes,
to,
yes. I'll ask permission to, we would buy one of her limited editions
Right, okay,
and have it framed.
okay.
And, okay. Okay, and so, do people want to see the press release at our next meeting, or?
Yeah, because we have to get this going.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I'll have the press release. I'll run it by you, Bill,
Okay.
before we get it going. And
You know, you don't need to run it by all of us. We trust you two, and we want to get this out.
Yeah, but this is a timely thing.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sure you won't say anything dreadful in it.
I'll
It'll-
certainly help you and review things before.
Oh, yeah, I definitely need people to review. But it would be based on this purpose, this mission statement.
Yep.
And for this year, unless otherwise, it's recommended I use a different email. I'll use my email to respond, not to receive.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, okay.
okay. And this is basically the plan that we have here. And so at our next meeting, I'll report back what the 250th had to say. Bill and I will do the press release, and I'll work with Exeter TV.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, I'm very excited about this because I know that we've had to wait for other organizations to have awards for us to recognize some work of people that we've admired very much. And I think this will give us a chance to take it into our own hands.
Oh, I would like to mention, since we're on the awards thing, that the New Hampshire Preservation Alliance has
Yeah.
posted recordings of things that happened here during that October 2nd event.
Oh.
And they're also on our town, the town has also posted them, but I'm not sure. I only saw one. But it's more than one episode. And we can check with Bob on where they are because I don't know. If they're on YouTube, well, they're definitely on YouTube, so. But we could put a link to them on our webpage.
And I guess, talking about the New Hampshire Preservation Alliance, going forward with their awards, if the Historic District or the Heritage Commission has a thought about developments in town or that we want to nominate, I guess we can do that. I mean, I know that the Trends Building is really impressive to me in terms of what has been done and what can be done.
Some restoration, some rehabilitation, yeah.
But I'm not, the historic expert on what's been done in the town. But we should consider that going forward.
And we do have a link to the New Hampshire Preservation Alliance on our webpage. And I only thought of it because it's up in my email, but for those of you out there listening that have somebody between the ages of 16 and 21 that are interested in old building trades, real hands-on how were old houses built. The Preservation Alliance is having a week-long career exploration. So if you know somebody who's in the building trades or a young person in the building trades that might want to see what it's all about, you should contact them or look at their website. It's NHPA something. Sorry, I got this.
Okay.
I got this in an email. So.
Okay, wonderful. Does anybody have anything else that they want to bring up at our meeting? I want to thank everybody for coming and thank you for all the work that you've done.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Fran.
Meeting's adjourned.
Good.
Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.